Hello, and welcome to How to Be a Personal Trainer, the podcast or video series or whatever you want to call it that teaches you what really matters in being a personal trainer to regular, busy people in their 40s and 50s and on up. This is episode 3, and we're going to talk about one of, if not the most important concept any trainer needs to understand: where to meet your client. The most important thing anyone can get from a workout is the desire for another one. We talked about that a little in episode 1. It's one of the most important things a trainer needs to know. We know as trainers that one workout doesn't really mean all that much. I always refer to something that was taught to me when I was taking Taekwondo a long time ago. Our instructor took us into the locker room where there was a bucket full of water under a leaky faucet. Drops of water were slowly falling in. Drip, drip, drip. He pointed to the bucket and said, "That's like your training. Every time you train, it's just a drop in the bucket. If you're consistent, your bucket will fill up. If it's a great workout, maybe you get 2 drops. If it's not a great workout, maybe you get a half a drop. But they all go into the bucket and they all matter." What this means, and what's so important to express to your clients, is that consistency is the most important thing that will determine their success. And the next most important thing isn't even close, especially with a new client. This is especially important when they're just starting to train. And the reason for that comes down to habits. When a client is starting an exercise program, it's easy to think that they're just changing one thing, starting an exercise program. In reality, for the kinds of people that we're training and talking about training, busy people, again, in their 40s, 50s, and older, they have to change a lot of things. They have to change their schedule around work and family. If they're exercising after work, they may have to figure out dinner for them and their family. If they're exercising before work, they may have to get up earlier, which can affect what time they need to go to bed. They may have to look for childcare. They have to deal with the stress of a new place filled with new people, where they'll be asked to do new things with new names. They're giving their trust to a stranger, you, and asking them for help with what might be a very private and personal problem. If they've gotten their idea of exercise and personal training from TV or the movies, they're probably nervous that you're going to yell at them or force them to do things that are too hard for them. And by the way, if they think that and they're still coming to you, that shows you how desperate they are to solve their problem. So that's what starting an exercise program for a new client can mean to them. And that means that it's up to you to make this whole process as easy as possible right from the start. The most important thing your client can get from a workout is a desire for another one, right? So what should you do for their first few workouts? Simple. Make it easy, make it manageable, and be as friendly as you possibly can. In other words, meet them where they are, wherever that is. Here's something to think about. Again, you know personal trainers are always at like a 10. Let's go, faster, more, one more rep, the whole 9 yards. Whatever. If you're nervous and someone comes at you like that, how are you going to react? You're going to shut right down. That's too much. This goes for any client, whether they're new or not, by the way. See where your new client is, their energy level, their attitude, and just go a tiny bit above that. If someone's really excited, be excited with them. Awesome, let's go. You're going to have a great workout. I'm excited you're here. If someone's nervous, be nervous with them. Yeah, that first workout can be a little nerve-wracking. I get it. Don't worry. If there's anything that hurts or you don't want to do, just let me know. I'm not going to force you to do anything inappropriate or that you hate. So I know the feeling you get when a client comes to you with their goals and you spend time thinking about them and putting together a program that you know is going to help them, and you want them to start feeling that effect of your awesome program right away. And during that first workout, they don't want to do something and you just want to tell them, but this is what's going to help. I'm telling you, don't do that. Not like that anyway. Listen to them. Be there with them. Don't say a word until they're done expressing their feelings. Just listen to their concerns and fears. They don't know that there are 100 ways to do a squat or a push-up that they can do and be successful with. They just know that they can't do them like they saw those trainers make their clients do on TV. So listen to them. And then kindly say, don't worry, We're going to make some adjustments so you'll be able to do them safely. And if there's still a problem, we'll just do something else. And then make them super easy. Make it so they can do 100 of something, just so they know they're going to be okay. Establish that trust with them, and they're going to come back. And that's the most important thing. If you haven't seen episode 1 and heard the story of how I learned more about personal training from a client who's never exercised than I learned from any book, then please go back and watch. For a new client, it usually doesn't take much at all for them to feel like they've exercised. So keep it simple and easy. And if you have someone who's just raring to go, that's fine. Just push them a little harder right from the start. But I'm telling you that this usually isn't the case no matter what they say. And even if they are raring to go, if they haven't exercised for a while, pushing them too hard probably isn't the way to go. So I'm going to finish with this. The biggest red flag I ever see from a new client is if they miss one of their first 4 or 5 sessions. I'm telling you, I've had hundreds of clients, and the success rate of a new client who misses a session within their first week or 2 is not good. So you need to do everything you can to make them feel like this is something they can do right from the start. Make it easy. Make it as fun as possible. Get them talking about themselves. Everyone loves to do that. What TV shows do they like? What do they do for work? What do they like to do in their spare time? Do they have kids? Grandkids? Every single client that has grandkids loves talking about their grandkids more than anything else. Ask them. Make it manageable. Remember that it takes so little at first. Use that to your advantage. Show them that they are safe with you. Show them that fitness is for them. That, despite every image of fitness showing a 23-year-old in great shape, fitness can be for them too. That's so important for them to know and understand and feel. This can be for them too. So comment below with any questions or anything else you might want to say. If you have any suggestions for something you want me to cover, just put it there. I promise I'll answer every question. You can also email me at mitch@mitchrothbart.com with anything you want. Please like and subscribe as well. I want this to get out there as wide as possible. The fitness industry really needs a perspective shift, and we can really all help with that. So, have a great day. We'll see you next time.